Hello, Marilyn. Welcome.
Hello, teacher. How are
How are
you?
you? I am fine today. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm great, teacher. A little bit tired, but I'm
Oh,
okay.
I'm really sorry because, well, because you're tired. But thank you for being here. Okay, I really appreciate your effort, and you will see that all your effort is worth it. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
How was yesterday? Well, tell me, did you celebrate Mother's Day?
Yes, with my family.
Okay, that's nice. And
Uh,
how was the celebration? What did you do?
we cooking for lunch, and then we stay at home because I am free to my homework. But also my brother have to work yesterday.
Oh, I'm really sorry because of that. But at least you celebrate, well, most of you celebrated together, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so that's really nice, okay? And well, did you work today, right?
Yes, teacher. I work today.
Okay, that's nice. Well, let's wait a little moment for our classmates because I don't know what happened to all of them. They are not here. Okay, give a second. Let me activate my camera. Um, and what happened to you on Tuesday? Because you didn't connect to our class.
Uh, on Thursday,
On Tuesday,
I leave at home night, teacher, because I need to work at 6 p.m. So I leave to my work about 8.
Okay, I got it.
So
So,
I can connect it because he, I feel later to be in class.
okay, so yes, I got it. Well, I recorded the class for you to watch the video on YouTube if you haven't done it. So you can go to YouTube and watch the
Oh,
video, okay? For you to watch the
yes, yes,
video.
yes,
Yes?
there I see the first video, I think.
Yeah, it is the first video, and let me see. In the first 15 minutes, there is nothing because anyone connected to the class. So I started recording the class from the minute 15 and so on. Okay,
Oh, okay, teacher.
so you can go and check it. Okay, well, today we are going to start with our class. At least for today, you have a private class and try to take advantage of this opportunity, okay? If you have any question, if there is something I can help you with, let me know and I will try to assist you, okay? Give me a second,
Okay.
let me share my screen. Okay, well, if you already checked the activities on the platform, in this opportunity, we are talking about holidays and special events. For example, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and so some others, okay? But today we are going to focus, at least on this activity, we will focus on Christmas. Do you like Christmas, Marilyn?
Yes, I love Christmas.
Nice. Okay, that's pretty good. And tell me, what do you do on Christmas? What activities do you like to do on Christmas?
The first and the most important, I think, is to prepare the dinner.
Oh,
So the
nice.
last yesterday, I prepared the dinner with my sister, and we start about 5 p.m. and we finish about 8 p.m.
Okay, so yes, it took a lot of time to cook, okay? But that's a great activity, okay? That's a good activity. Well, over here I have some other activities that we do on Christmas. So tell me, what of these activities or which of these activities do you like to do?
And I like wear a new outfit,
Mm.
eat grapes, eat chicken or turkey, and take pictures.
Oh, nice, very good. What do you prefer to eat on Christmas? Chicken or turkey?
I like so much turkey.
Okay, so yes, it's so delicious. So that's a great decision. Nice job. Do you do any other activity that is not on the list?
Uh, yes, teacher, maybe to visit to my neighbor
Okay,
or or the family of my husband that they live near our house.
okay, very good. Okay, so that's another great activity. Visit family or visit neighbors. So very good job. Madeline, thank you for sharing more vocabulary. So these are some activities that we can do on Christmas. You mentioned some of the activities that you like to do. And there are some other activities that maybe in our country, they are not very common, but well, some people or some families still do. For example, this one, the picture that it's on the corner, which is make a toast, okay, make a toast. So everybody with something on their hands, so they make a toast. Also play with fireworks, which is a really nice activity that most of the kids like to do. And well, you mentioned the other activities that are over here, and they are really special, okay? Mostly if we share with our family. So thank you for sharing about this, Marilyn. Today, we are going to start talking about another topic. And yesterday, our class was about relative clauses. In this opportunity, we will continue talking about clauses, but in this class, we will talk about the adverbial clauses, okay? So let's pay attention to the three words that we will study today. I don't remember if we studied these words before, but if we did it, good. If we didn't do it, good, because we will have more things to practice and to study today. Okay, Madeline? So very good. Help me out and read the information about the adverbial clauses. Help me out with that.
Adverb clauses. An adverb time clauses shows when something happens. Adverbial clauses plus main clauses. When, before, and after.
Very good. In our class for today, we will study only these three words. If you look for some adverbial clauses or some adverbial, well, yeah, some adverbial clauses on Google, so you will find that there are different types of adverbial clauses. That's why in the information or in the explanation that we have over here, we have the adverb time clauses or the adverb time clause, okay? Because there are many adverbial time clauses, but in today's opportunity, we will check or we are talking about the main three adverb time clauses, okay? When, before, and after. As you can see in this structure, it looks simple because we only have to use the adverbial clause, which is the part of the sentence in which we use these words. And the main clause is the rest of the sentence that help us to make the sentence with more sense. Okay. Hello, Rebecca. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. Good night. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great today. Thank you for coming to our class. Welcome to Intermediate 3. Okay. Uh, are
Thank
you
you,
ready
teacher.
for today's class?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, pretty good. Okay, so we are going to start with our first word in our first adverb time class, and this one is when. Remember, guys, before we move to the next slide, remember the following thing. Remember that an adverb time clause shows when something happened. So the adverb time clause indicates the moment when an action happened. Or in some cases, we can say that this is about the order of the activities, okay? So let's pay attention to the first word, when, okay? Since Rebecca is here, we will listen to Rebecca, okay, Rebecca? Help me reading the information and the structure.
Okay. When? It means at the moment, at that time. When main clause. For example, when I gave my mom a present, she was happy. My mom
Excellent.
was happy.
Oh, continue. I'm sorry
When,
for interrupting.
yes, my mom was happy when I gave her a present.
Nice, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting, Rebecca. I didn't notice the last part of the sentence. Okay, but everybody, as you see, the meaning of when is at the moment or at that time. So if we change the word when for one of these definitions, the sentence still it makes sense, okay? For example, listen to sentence. Well, this is this is the same sentence. I'm sorry. The two sentences are the same. The only thing that is different is the order, okay? But the meaning of the sentence is the same. The idea of the sentence is the same. Pay attention to it. When I gave my mom a present, then we have, this is the adverbial clause. Remember, this is only one sentence, but divided into parts, the adverbial clause and the main clause. So the first part, the adverbial clause, when I gave my mom a present, is not complete. It's not a complete idea, okay? In that part, we only express the moment that something happened. And what happened in that moment? Well, she was happy. At the moment I gave my mom a present, she was happy. As you can see, if we change when for one of the definitions, the meaning is the same. At the moment I gave my mom a present, she was happy. Now, look at the second example. In this example, we only change the position of the parts of the sentence. So we say, my mom was happy when I gave her a present. The idea is the same, the meaning of the sentence is the same, but the only difference, well, there are two differences. Number one, the order, okay? In the first example, we use the adverbial clause and then we use the main clause, okay? In the first example. But in the second example, we change the position of the clauses, okay? In the second sentence, we use the main clause in the first part, and then we use the adverbial clause, okay? That's the first difference, the position. The other difference, guys, Marilyn, can you tell me what is the second difference? Do you know what is the second difference? Hello, Marilyn.
Hello, teacher. Mm,
Do you know what is the second difference?
mm,
No idea?
no, teacher.
No idea by now. What about you, Rebecca? Can you
No.
see what is the difference?
Um, in the first one, we say the result. I don't know.
Not really. Remember, the first difference is the position. Okay, so as you can see, we can say it in the first way. When I gave my mom a present, she was happy. And in the second example, my mom was happy when I gave her a present. The meaning is the same. The only difference is the position of the part of the parts, the main clause and the adverbial clause. That's the first difference. The second difference, everybody pay attention to this because it's really, really important, is the use of a comma. Okay, as you can see, you didn't pay attention to that. Okay, so everybody, as you can see, we need to use a comma when the adverbial clause goes in the first part, okay? If we use when, before, or after in the first part of the sentence, then we use a comma, okay? So Marilyn, what is the second difference between sentence number 1 and the second sentence?
Mm, the comma.
Yes, the comma, of course. Okay, so remember. Okay, so very good job. Let me see. Okay, very good job. That's the second difference. Number 1, the position. It's kind of simple because we only change, we use the same words, the same idea, but we only change the order. That's it, okay? And then the use of a comma. Remember, if we use if we use the adverbial clause in the first part, we use a comma. If we use the adverbial clause in the second part or at the end, we don't use a comma, okay? Marilyn, Rebecca, yes, is that clear?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you, okay? Let's move everybody to our next word. Remember that we have 3 words to practice. When is the first one? Then, give me a second. Okay, it's over there. The second word that we have, it's before, okay? Please, Marilyn, help me reading, well, the information about it.
Before. It means here too. Before main clause. Before we eat turkey on Thanksgiving, we pray and thank God for all his blessings. We pray and thank God for all his blessings before we eat turkey on
We eat.
Thanksgiving.
Okay,
We
that's
eat turkey.
nice. Okay, we eat. Remember that eat is this action Hit is this action. Okay, so be careful with that. Okay, nice job. So everybody, pay attention to it. Prior to and before, they have the same meaning. If you look on a dictionary about, if you look up the definition of before, you will see that most of the dictionaries, not all of them, but most of them will say that prior to is the definition of before. And if you look up to the definition of prior to, you will find that the definition is before. So they are synonyms, okay? They have the same meaning, so before and prior to, they are the same, okay? Well, the same situation as when we use when. Remember that if the adverbial clause goes in the first part, we need to use comma. If we use before in the first part of a sentence, we use comma, okay? This is a long sentence, everybody. Before we eat turkey on Thanksgiving, we pray and thank God for all his blessings. That's a long sentence. But we can still divide the sentence in two parts. The adverbial clause and the main clause, okay? In the adverbial clause, we mention the time when something happened, okay? The time that something is going to happen, sorry. In the main clause, we mention the information that happened, in this case, before, okay? What action is going to happen before the turkey? Oh, we pray and thank God, okay? So that's the first thing. And then we eat turkey is the second thing. In the second sentence, guys, that we have over here, we change, first of all, we change the position. And that's it, okay? We only change the position. And we don't use a comma. Remember that part? If before, when, or after goes at the end of the sentence, we don't use a comma, okay? So it's the same situation. Actually, when, before, and after follow the same rules, okay? If we use it at the beginning, comma. If we use it at the end, no comma, okay? And that's it, okay? It's not a big deal. I guess, okay? So let's see right now. Let's continue practicing. Do you have any question, Marilyn and Rebecca?
Always to start with the before, after is always use comma.
Yes, anytime we start our sentence with when, before, or after, we use a comma after the adverbial clause, okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Well, guys, this is something interesting. I will go back a little moment. Give me a second. Okay. Remember, guys, that when is also a WH word. Okay, I mentioned this for you to avoid confusing. Okay, remember that when is also used in WH questions. What is the difference? That in a question, of course, we cannot use, we can't use commas, okay? But that's the main difference, right? That in a question, we can't use commas. So we don't use it like that, okay? But in sentences, of course, yes, we have to use a comma if when is in the first position or in the first place, okay? Now, everybody, let's move to our last word for today. Remember, we only practiced 3. There are more adverbial time classes, but on the platform, we will only find these three. Why? Because they follow the same rule, and it's better if we practice more vocabulary following the same rule, okay? Let's pay attention to it. Rebecca, help me right now with this information. Read the definition and also the examples.
Okay, after it means subsequently. Subsequently. It is right my pronunciation.
Yeah, subsequently.
Okay, subsequently. After, comma, main class. First example, after midnight, my family and I open presents on Christmas. And the second example is my family and I open presents on Christmas after midnight.
Okay. This is kind of simple, okay, because we don't have a long adverbial clause, okay? The only one that we have is after midnight. So then everybody, as you can see, if we use after at the beginning of the sentence, then we use a comma. After midnight, comma, then we have the main clause or the action that happened after. My family and I open presents on Christmas. Okay, it's very good. Then everybody, as you can see in the second sentence, is the same situation, the same meaning. My family and I open presents on Christmas, no comma, after midnight. Okay, so as you see, we can use when, before, and after at the beginning of the sentence. In that case, we can use a comma. But if we use it at the end of the sentence, in the second part of the sentence, we never use a comma, okay? Try to remember this information because the three words keep the same, or they follow, the same rules, okay? So try to practice the use of the three words when, before, and after, and continue working on your grammar, okay? The use of your grammar. Do you have any question about this, Marilyn and Rebecca?
No, teacher.
Okay. Rebecca, questions?
No, teacher.
No. Okay. Then, if we don't have any question, girls, it's time to practice. Okay, right now we are going to practice. By now, we are going to focus on the use of before and after, because I know that sometimes these words are confusing, or we as Spanish native speakers, we confuse the meaning of before and after, okay? But since we speak English, we know the meaning, okay? But we are going to practice before and after, okay, to check the understanding that we have of these two words, of these two adverbial clauses, okay? Let's go, let's move to our activity. Give me a second. It's loading. Okay, give me a second. What happened? Okay, it's over there. Okay, as you can see, the activity, it's simple. It's about using before and after, okay? So look at the examples. They are only, how many examples? They are only 8 examples. Okay, so what are we going to do in this moment? Okay, everybody, right now, we will complete the examples using before or after. Okay, so we have to decide what's the correct word. If you think that it's after, so it's okay. But if you think that it's before, it's okay. We will check together after completing this exercise, we will check together if your answers are correct or not. Since we are we are three people, but I will not complete the example, the activity. You will do it. We will work on the following way. Marilyn is going to work, let me see, Marilyn, yes, like this. Marilyn is going to complete example 1, 3, 5, and 7. And Rebecca is going to complete example 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay? And we will check after that, we will check if they are correct or not. Okay? But look at this. Okay? We will have right now, we have 1 minute to read the sentence, to read the sentences, and identify what's the correct word, before or after. Okay? I will take the time on my watch. When the time is up, we will start checking and completing the sentences. Okay? Right now, you have, let me see. Okay, you have 1 minute from now. Okay, 1 minute from now, and then we check. Okay, go ahead. Okay, time's up. So right now we are going to check the example. Okay, remember we start with Marilyn example 1, then Rebecca number 2, and so on. Okay, tell me, Marilyn, what is the complete and the correct sentence?
The first, I wash my hands well after we use the toilet.
Okay, nice job. Thank you. Let's move to the next one, Rebecca.
We do our homework after we come home from school.
Okay, thank you. That was nice. Continue, Marilyn.
We wash the fruits and vegetables before we eat or cook them.
Okay, very good. Before we eat or cook them. Nice job. Rebecca, continue with number 4.
He brushes he brushes his teeth after he has dinner.
Okay, very good. After he has dinner. Okay, nice job. Thank you. Let's move to number 5.
I go to bed before I take a shower.
Okay, I go to bed before I take a shower. Okay, continue. Number 6.
I put my books in my bag before I go to school.
Okay, thank you. Nice job. Marilyn, continue. The last one. The last one for you.
She drinks a glass of milk before she goes to bed.
Okay, she drinks a glass of milk before she goes to bed. Okay, nice. Thank you. And the last one, Rebecca.
She brushes her hair before she goes to work.
Before she goes to work. Okay, thank you for your help. Right now, girls, we will check together all the sentences. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm going to click on the finish button and then we check all the sentences. Okay, let me see. Okay, check my answers. And oh my gosh, we have a 9 out of 10. There is a mistake. The mistake is in sentence number 5. Okay, so let's check together. I go to bed before I take a shower. What's the correct word?
After.
After. Yes. Remember the order of the activities, right? So first of all, we take a shower and then we go to bed. Okay, so I go to bed after I take a shower. Okay, so that was the only mistake that we have in this part. I congratulate all of you, everybody, because we use the correct vocabulary. Okay, so we identify very well the use of before and after. There is only one mistake, so it's not a big deal. Okay, everybody make mistakes. The important thing is to correct those mistakes. So everybody try to work on that and try to always do your best. Okay, in this opportunity, guys, we will move to the next thing. Okay, please, in this moment, write, okay, on your notebooks, or you can do it on the Zoom chat over here. Over here. It's up to you guys. It depends on you. So if you want to do it on your notebook, great. If you want to do it on this Zoom chat, it's okay. Right now, please write some sentences about your routine using, give me a second, using the adverbial clause words or the adverbial clauses. I mean, okay? For example, I wake up, look at this. I wake up at 8 a.m. After I wake up, comma, remember, after I wake up, I take a shower. And I have lunch, okay? I have lunch. I have breakfast. I'm sorry, guys. I got confused, okay? I had breakfast, okay? When I had breakfast, I like to watch TV, okay? So everybody, this is my example, okay? It can be longer, okay? But in this moment, we will do it not very long, but not very short, okay? Try to do it at least 5 or 7 sentences. Please, right now, describe your morning routine. Describe your morning routine using the adverbial clauses, okay? Using the adverbial clauses, okay? So these are the instructions, everybody. Let me move it. Oh, something is missing. When I have breakfast, comma, I like to watch TV. Okay. Do you have any question, Marilyn or Rebecca?
No, teacher.
No questions.
No,
Okay.
teacher.
Please write your morning routine in 5-7 sentences, okay? Or if you can write more sentences, it's okay. Okay. Please take 3 minutes, okay? Right now, 3 minutes for you to write, and then we can share, okay? Very good. Okay, so you have my example on the screen for you to have some idea of what we are going to do. So let's continue, everybody. 3 minutes. 3 minutes now. If you have any questions, so you can let me know. I am here to help you. Okay, if you finish, let me know. You still have time, okay? So continue, don't worry. But if you finish, you can tell me. Okay, time is over. So tell me, Rebecca, did you finish?
No, teacher. Give
Not
me
yet.
2 minutes more, please.
2 more minutes. Okay, okay. Let's
Yes.
check. Well, we will see if we can. Okay, Marilyn, what about you? Did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay. So maybe Rebecca, you can finish while Marilyn participates. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. So give me a second,
I
Marilyn. I'm sorry. Give me a
okay.
second. Okay. So right now, Rebecca, try to finish. Marilyn, you can participate. Try to tell me about your morning routine and use the adverbial classes. So you can start out.
I wake up at 4 a.m. And before I get ready to go to work, before I take the bus and I start my work at 7 a.m. After to 9 a.m. I have my breakfast. So then um, I start to work. Uh, Before 2 p.m. I have my lunch, sorry, and I finish to work after 4 p.m.
Okay, nice, Marilyn. I like the use of before and after mostly. You use it and you mention time, a specific time. So that's another good way to use before and after. And great. You told me about your day, your complete day. So that was good. Okay. Try continue working on the sentences and also on the use of the adverbial clauses. It was good. So continue working like that. Okay, Marilyn, claps for you. Okay. Now let's see, Rebecca, are you ready?
Yes, teacher. I think.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you sent it on the chat. Okay, so it's settled. Okay,
Yes.
we can read what you do, what you did. Okay. Well,
Okay.
Rebecca, tell us about your daily routine, your morning routine. I'm sorry.
Okay. Uh, I go to work from Monday to Friday. Every day I cook my breakfast after I take a shower and get dressed. After I think my breakfast, I brush my teeth and go to work. When I'm in my work, I write a to-do list. Before to 10 a.m., I drink a cup of, a cup of coffee. When it's almost 12 p.m., I check the menu for the lunch and ask for some food.
Okay, nice job. Thank you because you told me about your morning routine, so it was pretty good. You follow instructions correctly, so thank you. And thank you because of the use. Well, thank you for using correctly also the adverbial clauses. I can see that you used after, well, mostly after and before. I know that those are the most common, guys. So that's why it's good if we use before and after, okay? Thank you also for using when, Marilyn and Rebecca. In this case, Marilyn, you also use when. So that was a great practice. So thank you, Rebecca. Congratulations because of your work. Both of you are doing an amazing job. Just please continue practicing, continue working on your pronunciation, on your fluency, and of course, on uh, using more vocabulary, using whatever we learned every day, try to use it and apply it on your everyday vocabulary. Okay, Madeline and Rebecca, thank you for your good work of today. So that's for you, girls. Okay, now before we go, because it's almost time to go, let me check. Okay, I just want to remind you that we have to work on the platform, okay? Let me see. Okay, this is our practice for today. We already finished that. So let me show you our homework. Remember that we always have homework. We have to complete some activities from the platform. Let me see, girls. Okay, it's over there. So please pay attention to it. Our homework is to continue working on the platform. Please continue working from activity 1.2.5 and finish in activity 1.3.1. I'm sorry because I'm going to switch to Spanish. Girls, bueno, ustedes chicas que están acá en la clase y también a los que van a ver el video en YouTube, traten de trabajar en la plataforma las actividades que estamos, bueno, las actividades que tenemos en la plataforma. ¿Para qué? Primeramente para que podamos hacer un repaso de lo que hemos visto aquí en clases. Yo les voy a enviar la presentación. Esta vez les voy a enviar la presentación. Pero también traten de revisar el tema en la plataforma. Segundo, tratemos de completar las actividades que están ahí para que podamos practicar y tener una retroalimentación de lo que hemos aprendido, ¿ok? Así que tratemos de trabajar en eso, tratemos de avanzar en las actividades que ahí tenemos y por lo demás, continue doing your best, okay? I know that you practice and we can continue practicing even more, okay? Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Rebecca, for being here in our class. I hope to see you on, well, to see you tomorrow. Remember that tomorrow we are going to have classes. So please continue practicing. Have a good night today and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Night, teacher.
teacher. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Have a good night.